Hey yo guys, it's Ruby. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I will be rating all 50 US states. And now keep in mind, I am from the US. So, I will be talking from a lot of personal experience. Also, these are just my opinion. So if you do not agree with what I say, then you are wrong. And that is okay. Okay, first up is Washington. I mean, you named your state after the first president to try to seem cool. But let's be honest, you don't really have much. Next, Oregon. You have Seattle and lots of rain, but that's it, man. Okay, this is editing Ruby, sorry to interrupt, but I was getting Oregon and Washington confused for some reason. In my notes for the second part of Washington, I had it listed for Oregon, so that's why I was saying that. Seattle is in Washington, and Seattle has a bunch of rain. All Oregon has is Portland, and from what I've heard, that place sucks. Okay, next up is California. This state has lots of good and lots of bad. Let's start off with the good. Beautiful landscape, amazing beaches, you have the warm and the cold, lots of famous people, lots of economy, and honestly, that's all that's really good about you. Now the bad. Taxes are stupid in California. Too many wildfires, too many earthquakes, too many car crashes, and way too many people. Do you know how many people are in California? Because I actually don't. I just know that it's a lot. Okay, next up, Nevada. You have Las Vegas and just a bunch of desert, and I mean, that's not a problem, but it is. Next is AZ, good old Arizona. You guys see way too many aliens. Okay, statistically, if aliens were to come to Earth, why would they all go to Arizona? It's also just really, really hot there, But I mean, there's some cool things. I know that there's treasure stores there and stuff. I mean, I've never been there, but I want to. Next up, Utah. You have lots of salty lakes, and that's it. Next up, Idaho. Potato. Okay, so Montana. Lots of bears and mountains, and every single time I hear you, I think about Hannah Montana. Wyoming. You look like a square. But so does this next state, which is Colorado. Don't you have a river or a dam or something? I can't remember. Also, lots of people like to go there for skiing. So yeah, that's all you're really useful for. Next up, New Mexico. Why does there need to be a New Mexico? If you want to be Mexico, then just be Mexico, But why do you need to try to be another country that's already cooler than you are? New Mexico, you aren't cool. All you have going for you is Albuquerque, which is the same place High School Musical took place, and that is all that you have. Next up is Texas. I actually kind of like Texas. I've never been there, but when I do, I want to go to the cowboy part. Love cowboys, hate guns. Yeah, actually, on second thought, maybe I shouldn't go there. Also, for some reason, lots of YouTubers have been moving to Texas. Okay, anyways, Oklahoma. Just like your abbreviation says, you are just okay. Kansas, way too many tornadoes. Nebraska. Okay, you have a cool name and it rhymes with Alaska, but let's be honest, you aren't that cool. You are a part of the Midwest. South Dakota. Is that the one with Mount Rushmore? I should probably look it up. You have Mount Rushmore, and that's pretty cool. Next up, North Dakota. You have nothing for you. I'm sorry, but you just have nothing. You are the weaker version of South Dakota. Next up, Minnesota. You guys have a funny accent. Next up, Iowa. You guys, Next up, Missouri. What's in Missouri? Okay, Arkansas. I actually like Arkansas. I'll be honest. You can legally have a pet fox. The landscape is pretty cool. And don't you guys also have some sort of gem stuff or I don't know, treasure stores? I don't know. I just really like treasure. Next up, Louisiana. Okay, the only part I really like about you is New Orleans because, well, just multiple reasons. But in my eyes, the rest of you is just swamp and alligators, so yeah, I'm sorry. Next up, Mississippi. I don't know why, but you guys are just stuck in the 1800s in my mind. Next up, Alabama. Okay, Tennessee. You guys are the most southern state, stereotypically. You had Elvis Presley, so that's actually pretty cool. Your food sucks. I'm sorry, but I have gone there before, and your food kind of sucks. But you know what place does have good food? KFC. I mean, Kentucky. Next up, Illinois. I mean, you have Chicago and Galena. Oh, I didn't mean to almost walk off the cliff. If you go to SnapMap right now and look up Galena, Illinois, I can guarantee that you will find at least one picture of alcohol. And if you don't, then they are taking it slow that day. Anyways, Chicago, I guess it's kind of cool. There's a lot of people though. Next up, Wisconsin. Cheese. Once I went to this deer farm place there, and we got to feed some deer and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Next up, Michigan. You have a lake named after you. That's about it. Why are you in two pieces? Why can't that just be its own separate part? Do you not see that it's a problem that your state has two separate time zones? Okay, anyways, Ohio. You guys are just kind of crazy, I'll be honest. If you meet a crazy person, they're either from Ohio or Jersey. Next up, Indiana. You have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, next up, we're gonna go down to good old Florida. Key West is pretty cool. I've been there. That's like the good part of Florida. The rest I could kind of care less about. Miami, way too many people. Orlando, okay, you do have Universal Studios. I don't care what anybody says, that is better than Disney World and Disneyland. Also, I forgot to mention California does have Disneyland. I don't really like Disneyland though, honestly. Disney World though, they have actually made really cool in the past few years, I'll be honest. They have a city called Jupiter. That's pretty stupid. Once I went to Destin, Florida, and you know, there were just dead fish on the beach. Way too humid there. That is why they call it God's waiting room for a reason. One more thing about Michigan. Flint, Michigan. Just get better water. I'm kidding. Atlanta, Georgia, though. Honestly, it is probably one of my favorite cities that I've been to. Did you know that their aquarium is the only one in the U.S., and I'm pretty sure that it's like one of 3 in the whole entire world, that has whale sharks? Yes, me, Ruby Creeper, has actually seen whale sharks with me own eyes. Besides that, you just have like some peaches. South Carolina, you don't really have much. Neither does your neighbor up store, Mr. North Carolina. Virginia, you know, Jefferson. West Virginia, why did you need to separate from normal Virginia? You will never be as cool as them. Next up, Maryland. Okay, you guys are like really nice, but you're like too nice. Like, you know, just man up a little bit. Next up, Delaware. Okay, New Jersey. Like I said earlier, they're kind of crazy. Okay, Pennsylvania. Amazing food there. Really, cheesesteaks, cream cheese, Hershey's even. That's pretty cool. But also, like, why does your name need to sound like Transylvania? Yes, when I was little, I thought Transylvania was not in Romania, and I thought it was in Pennsylvania. So obviously, you guys have lots of vampires. Next up, New York. Okay, all you really have is New York City, which, I mean, that in itself has some good and bad. Too much pollution, too many people, you know. But I mean, still a pretty cool city. I actually really liked Central Park. Okay, Connecticut. Don't you have Harvard, or is that Massachusetts? It's like one of you guys. Rhode Island. Okay, you know, people talk a lot of hate on Rhode Island, but I don't think that it's that bad. A few things I do want to say, though, is one, why are you so small? You know, okay, I just had to get that out of the way. Second of all, why are you called Rhode Island? You are not an island at all. At most, a peninsula. But you aren't a peninsula either. Next up, Massachusetts. You sound bigger than you actually are. Next up, Vermont. You know, I like that you look like a V. I feel like people from Vermont are like really cool, you know? Next up, New Hampshire. Just no. Okay, now we got good old Maine. Besides Maryland, Maine is the most Canadian state. Probably because it's like, you know, right next to Canada. Good landscape, good water. Take notes, Michigan. Now onto the final two, which arguably, like, why are you even states? Hawaii. You guys are way too good to be a part of the U.S. Lots of volcanoes, which, you know, that's not a bad thing. Cool animals, cool beaches, cool, just everything is cool about you guys. And now finally, Alaska. I've never been to Alaska, but I really want to go because it is probably one of my favorite states. It just looks really cool. Amazing landscape. You're basically Canada. I know you guys have summer, but I just imagine you guys like winter 24/7. Moose, Wolverine, meerkats. No, meerkats are from Africa. Mink is what I meant. Overall, S-tier state. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Yes, I flew all the way out to the 1.18 area just to record this. Because, you know, mountain, and I'm talking about, like, geography. So, you know, like, it made sense. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for everybody that I offended. And, peace.